Second game on the Sunday, we've got the Raiders at GIO Stadium up against the Broncos. Broncos' first day game of the season, which, if you can call it day, it's 6 o'clock. T, what do you think about this? Your mates?
Yeah, they look like Penrith. They're severely disjointed. When the game came on the line the other night, their set was horrible. The halves aren't performing. There's no punch. There's no energy. They look like they don't want to be there, and that's really disappointing for all the Brisbane fans out there. I'm going to tip Canberra in this one. My tip's Brisbane, obviously, because just for you guys at home, I tip them every week. I just feel like their line speed against Para the other night was really good. Their attack was good. They were clinical in certain areas, and Brisbane just. Yeah, they can't seem to get it together. They need massive changes. Mate,
yourself as a Broncos fan, you've paid all this money to Milford. And I know I crap on about how bad he is and things like that. Joking around, not really joking. But what has he done in the time that he's been at the Broncos to earn any sort of big money?
Well, it's gone. It's basically that first season he spent with us in 2015. But that was with a better halfback, I guess, than Ben Hunt.
But you wouldn't even say that you would say Ben Hunt was even better that season, because you probably played one, like the grand final was his best game.
Yeah,
that's his best ever game for the Broncos, right?
Hands down.
He hasn't even come close to anything like that since.
Yeah.
I don't understand why the Broncos are paying him this much money and why he's such a big poster child when he's never performed for the Broncos. He's never done anything even remotely sensational for the Broncos. Maybe 5 great games for him the whole 4 years. When do you say enough's enough and drop him?
Well, he could be on the cusp of getting dropped.
Yeah, it has to be close, right?
Seabolt comes out and said that he's going to not do anything until round 8. You need to do something soon.
If they continue, they're the same as the Knights. They're on the same as the Titans. The Panthers. Is Panthers 1-8, 1-4 or 2?
No, I've got 2.
They got 2, but just all those teams, they're on the exact same path as them. I would say they're looking a little better than teams like the Titans and things like that. But maybe that's just because of the Broncos' status in the game. But I don't get what's going on there for them to be thinking that Milford is the man for them. I don't think he is. I think they might need to go to the market or at least promote one of their young rookies to bring him up. For me, Nikorima is playing way better. He was better again against the Tigers. But I don't know. I'm going Canberra in this one. I don't know if it's going to be 1 to 12 or 13 plus. The way they're defending Canberra at the moment, you would nearly go 13 plus. But yeah, I'm not sure, but definitely Canberra for the victory. Ben, what do you think?
Yeah, Brisbane are struggling. The issue is Nikorima and Milford are too alike, I think, for me. They just need one of them and then a foil, but they've got both like that. And it showed, I think you mentioned it before, in that set when it was 16 apiece.
Yeah.
Corey Thompson knocked on from a tackle. They got the ball on halfway, and I thought, they'll set up here. And they almost lost ground, and I thought, what's going on? What are they trying to do? And I just think that the number 7 issue is still the same at Brisbane. That's been the problem for years. But
I think that set's been pretty highly talked about, that criticised.
They're both good. I like them both, but I just think they need one and then just a foil, and then have maybe the other one on the bench as an impact. That could work. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know. I know there's been controversy up there with the whole Seabold swap, and a lot of people are pretty pissed that Kev didn't get the job.
But
I know that. So
I know they're pissed, but they wouldn't be pissed if they were.
Kev was promised a job.
He was. You're right.
And he turned down the Titans because he had the Titans job. He turned it away because he was promised that. Yeah. So, but I don't know if the players are pissed. I don't know, but I mean, Darius doesn't look the same.
No,
he doesn't look interested. It's weird, man. Yeah. It's weird watching him play.
They look very unhappy for the first time in a long time.
And I think it's because
be pissed?
I believe so.
But I think it's also because you've got this guy who's come in. He's plays super structural, the coach is super structural, and you've seen it last year with the Rabbitohs. They were a little clunky to start off with as well. They found their groove, but then they became too predictable. And it's like the Broncos have already skipped that whole thing and become extremely predictable immediately.
Well,
it's like they've gone the exact same game plan again.
Well, that's the thing for me. Like, if he's implemented the same game plan that he did at the Rabbitohs, they're completely different players. McCulloch is a complete different player to Cook.
Yeah.
Cody Walker and Reynolds are completely different to Milford and Nicarima.
Yeah.
If he's just cut and pasted, as you would say, into their playbook, then it is not working. You have to build from the ground up, find your strengths, and that's where you start. It's
like he's trying to find the exact science of a game plan and then just implement it anywhere. Where he's not really playing the player, he's playing the game.
Yeah.
He's not really understanding why this isn't working. It's like, should be working. It worked at the Rabbitohs.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the same players.
Yeah.
And the forward pack, for what it's worth, it may be better on its day than Rabbits, but Rabbits more consistent with the Burgess brothers, even though they drop a lot of ball. Like, you got Sam Burgess there leading the way the entire time. They're always like at least consistently like busting the line. Where Broncos, they might have a day where they're busting the line 45 times, but then they'll do nothing for the next 2 weeks.
And that's the problem with the younger kids. I think there's like 9 players under 22 in their top 17. So
that'll be great for the future, but that's not winning them games now.
Exactly. Yeah, they need to do something very quickly.
Yeah.
But by the way, the Raiders are going alright as well. I know we've just spoken about Brisbane a lot, but the Raiders are going alright.
The Raiders are Mr. Consistent. They're
they're going okay. We'll give them a little run. They're going alright.
And a special little shout out to Crash Craddock here. Great job on picking us up on that Raiders. I know you didn't get the 16 you didn't get the 16 margin, but it was a good pick. The 19 was close.
Yeah,
it was close.
Good stuff.
Raiders were very good against Parramatta and good line speed and
He pulled me up last week on that, so well done, champion. Just drop the subscribe button as well. Thanks,
mate. Like and subscribe this channel. Thanks.
That's a